Gather the finest ingredients so you can attract the most loyal customers so you can create a dining dynasty.
Hey guys, and welcome to Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows, and today we're previewing the game Dining Dynasties. It's from designers Kimberly and Thomas Fischbach, and it's being published by Majestic Moose Games.
It's a 2 to 4 player worker placement game that takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. It's coming to Kickstarter soon, and we were given a prototype copy to preview, so let's take a look at how it's played.
To set up the game, place the main board on the table with the round marker set.
Give each player their restaurant board, workers, customer dice, room tiles, 25 coins, and markers.
Players move 2 workers to their board and place a marker on the 1 spaces on their food supply track, the sales track, and the reputation track.
A customer pool of white die are formed for the current player count, and then an opportunity pool of cards is formed by adding 1 business loan card and 1 server card for each player.
Players choose 4 total cards of their choice from the marketing, menu, or mood deck.
An event card is drawn for the round, and then you're ready to begin.
During the prep phase, players have the opportunity to build an additional room to their restaurant by paying the cost. They may then purchase needed food for the round, and then they assign their workers.
During the action phase, players resolve their workers and then take 4 additional actions of either drawing or playing cards.
Players then compete to create the finest cuisine by playing their menu cards war style around the table, and the player with the highest value cuisine may complete a customer loyalty action.
Then, the restaurants open for business, and the players roll dice from their customer pool. However much food they are able to supply will determine their income for the round.
Everyone clears their restaurant boards, a new event card is revealed for the round, and after 9 rounds, the most successful restaurant manager wins.
Dining Dynasties is a pretty straightforward worker placement game in which you're going to be taking your meeples, heading into your own personal restaurant to make the best choices on what things to prepare for the round, and then you'll be hoping for a really good die roll at the end of each round in order to take the best advantage of all the planning that you've been doing through each phase.
We didn't really mention how that customer loyalty action works. When you get toward the end of each round, there is the phase where your restaurant is open for customers to come, and those customers are the dice in the game. Everyone will choose from a pool in the center, and all the white dice are neutral, and anyone can have those customers come to their restaurant. However, if you're able to have the finest cuisine, or there's a few other times in the game where you might get a customer loyalty action, you can trade out those white dice for some dice that are your color, and those customers are more loyal to your restaurant than the other restaurants. They have a preference, like, oh, I like to go to this place because they have great whatever on the menu. So those dice can only be used by you unless the other restaurants have some special action that allows them to use your dice. And those dice also will cost, customers will pay double. So if you roll, say, a 5 on a white die, that's worth 5, and you have to pay out food for that customer. But your food for that color die for you is the same cost. Say it would be a 5 for you, but then they'll pay you $10 for your food. So it's a great advantage to try and get your customers into that pool to be used later.
Yeah, most of the math in the game is pretty straightforward. You're going to be buying food at 1 cost, and then you'll be selling it to your customers at twice that value. So trying to get up on that food track chart where you can keep track of your inventory will then pay out big bucks for the next round, which gives you the ability to buy better cards basically for the next round of the game.
Yeah, there's also a couple other catch the leader type mechanics. Once your reputation gets very high, your food costs start to double. It kind of goes along the lines that higher cuisine type restaurants, the food is going to be higher priced when they buy it from suppliers. They're going to buy higher priced items. So that kind of comes into play later on. And you can't just buy tons of food so that you have enough for your customers, because you can only hold so much in your restaurant at a time unless you start adding on supply rooms at the beginning of the round. So you have to balance that. I can only hold so much at the end of the round. If my customers only come and pay a little bit of money because I roll low numbers, then I have wasted a lot of my money on spoiled food.
Yeah, I think thematically, honestly, it's a little bit of a stretch, but mechanically it works pretty well. One of the things that I hope they'll do, we're obviously looking at prototype components, I hope that the theme in general will feel a little more inviting in the final version of the game. I enjoyed the illustration style, but I think the typography and the iconography is a little bit weak, so I'm hoping that we'll see some improvements on that before the final version of the game. In general, though, I think it's a nice, crunchy little worker placement Euro-style game, and we had a good time playing it the other night. If it sounds like something that you would enjoy, be sure to check it out on Kickstarter now, and then be sure to subscribe to Tantrum House. We'll have great video reviews coming for you guys again really soon.
And Thomas Fishbach, and is being published by
Being depublished.
game Dining. I almost said Majestic Moose.
Or to really take advantage of the planning that you've been doing. Pre-planned to put stuff into your restaurant and things like that.